Hey guys, this is Jim K from StairwayVideo.com with another one of my video tips. I want to tell you about a device that just got sent to me by a company called Comica. It's the Comica Dual Lav D03. It's a 2 lavalier setup, so it's a mechanical setup. It's not wireless, but still pretty fantastic. So what you do is you plug in 2 lavaliers that comes with it, then you plug in the output to your digital camera or a smartphone or a certain GoPro, not all GoPros. And then you've got an interview set of microphones to do interviews with. It's got super long standby time, supposed to have over 100 hours. You charge the battery up in the system. Let's take a look at it. Come on, let's get started. As a full disclosure, Comica did send me this Dual Lav D03 microphone system free of charge. But I did not receive any monetary compensation for doing this test. What's included in the box? Let's connect it together. We've got this Comica D03 all plugged in, all ready to go, and I've got both of these microphones clipped to one side of my collar or another. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on. So if you take a look, I'm going to switch the switch here. I've got it switched to on. The blue light is on. I'm going to leave it in the stereo mode so that we can hear stereo. Right now we're listening to my Audio-Technica AT875R. It's a very small shotgun microphone that uses phantom power. It's right above my head here. In fact, I'll tap on it so you know that's what we're listening to. Okay, so let's switch over to this Comica Dual Lav microphone so you can hear exactly what it sounds like right now. Okay, from now on we're listening to the Comica Dual Lav D03 microphones. So they're stereo. So I've got it in stereo right now, like I said. So I'm going to move to the right side. You should be able to hear it coming out of the left speaker. I'm going to move it over to my left, which will be your right. So that should be this side. So this side of your speaker, the right side of your speaker. This should be the left side of your speaker. So that's going to be stereo mode. The great thing about this setup here, I've got to point out a couple of things. First off, as we saw in the beginning, here is where the 2 mics plug in, mic 1 and mic 2. Down here is basically just your on-off switch. The back side here this is going to be mic out, or to the microphone in plug on your digital SLR camera. And the only reason I've got this plugged in is I have an auxiliary battery plugged in, which is a great thing. You can either plug an auxiliary battery into here, so if say for some reason this wasn't taking a charge, or didn't have a charge, I should say, you can actually use an auxiliary battery like I'm doing right now, and it's charging this unit and powering it at the same time. And then on the other side here, you've got stereo and mono mode. Right now we're in stereo. If I was to switch it over to the mono mode, I'm going to do that right now. All right, now it's not going to matter which one of these microphones I talk into. If I talk into here, or if I talk into here, it's all getting branched into both speakers at the same time, rather than having it in stereo, which would be left and right. But that's not really what this microphone was meant to do. These microphones were meant to as an interview microphone. So let's put it back into stereo. All right, we should be back in stereo. So I'm going to unclip these so you can get a better idea as to what how this really is going to work. Okay, so if these are in your stereo mode and say you're the interviewer and this one's the interviewee, you would be speaking to this one. Hello, I just wanted to find out, tell me more about yourself. And then the interviewee would be telling you, yes, well, back in 1967 I was this. So it goes back and forth and back and forth. So you get two sides of a conversation coming one out of each speaker. You can also blend them if you wanted to use, say, your audio editing software to do that. But boy, oh boy, what a great way to do this. The other thing is it's got these cords on here. Of course, sometimes they get kind of in the way, but these cords are 15 feet long, which gives you plenty of length to wire up, one person and then wire up the other person, get two cameras on them, and you can go from there. So let's toggle back over to the shotgun microphone now. All right, now we're listening to the Audio-Technica AT875R shotgun microphone. And then let's go back to the lavalier mics. Now we're back to the lavalier mics. Of course, you're going to have it down on your collar. So let's switch this back to mono mode. And say just you wanted to use this. So let's clip it right about here. So now I can do my talking head thing. I could hide this cord inside my shirt and even hide the microphone if I wanted to do that. So that's pretty much how these guys work. The other great thing about this, if you go on here, so we're in mono now. You should be getting it out of both speakers. This guy right here. At first I thought this was a volume switch for the headphones. It is not. It's a gain switch. And now we can set up. So if I go a little bit higher here, you're going to notice the sound raises up a little bit. If I go back down, that's about where I think I had it. So that makes it great for gain staging a microphone and get that good, clean sound into your digital SLR camera. Okay, as I went back and listened to some of this audio, I realized that every few seconds I was hearing this very, very faint click. So I don't know whether... what I'm going to do is I'm going to experiment. I'm going to see if it was the fact that the charging circuit was plugged in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug the charging circuit right now. So we'll do that right there. All right, so now it's not charging. I'm going to turn it on. And then I'm going to hook up these microphones again. I'm going to put them back into stereo mode. And put them up here. Also going to put them up a little bit higher because I noticed that the volume was a little bit low when I did this. So, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk like normal and just see if I'm getting that clicking noise again. So Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Sound check, 1, 2. Sound check, 1, 2. I'm going to give it now about 5 seconds of silence. So let's see if that made any difference. Again, I'm going to pull them off with my hands here. And I'm going to talk into the left one. Move over and talk into the right one. Go back again to the left one. Talks very slowly. Go over to the right one. So I don't know if there's an issue with handling here, but I'm pushing the wires back and forth. But I did get a very, very faint click. So if that click has gone away, then I'm guessing that it's probably was the fact that the battery was plugged into that port where it's supposed to be charging it. So anyway, that's what I've got. All right, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but the sound seemed a little bit low or muffled. So what I had to do is I had to actually turn the gain up in my Canon camera to get it so the loudness was up to where I wanted it to be. And it also sounded a little bit muffled to me. I never was able to get rid of that little tiny clicking noise that I was hearing in there, so I'm not sure if that's just an issue with the electronics or with a cable problem or even microphone that's too sensitive. But you know, it doesn't seem to be too big of a problem. It just was driving me a little bit crazy. So if you listen to this while I'm talking, you can hear a tiny faint click out of this. So anyway, I'm sure that can be taken care of in post-processing if you really wanted to get rid of that. But that's just the only issue that I found with these lav microphones. Otherwise, I think they're great for the price. They're around $90 US. You can get them on Amazon. In fact, I'll put a link down in the description below. So if you'd like to purchase it through my link, that'd be great. So anyway, I'm pleased with these. They'd make a great interview lavalier microphones for obviously doing interviews. So thanks for watching my video, and we'll see you next time.